Hello, everybody. I am Kevin from the Recording Corner, and this is Does It Work? This is the channel in which I take plugins and blind test them. Kind of like if you're blind testing food or I blind test software. So I don't know everything there is to know about the software. I do it. So like if you're like me, you get your software. Hopefully, maybe you don't spend money. Maybe you watch this first before you do it. And I see what I can do with the software, try to break it, take it and break it. Sometimes it breaks me, sometimes it breaks my computer. And we test it to see if it does what it says it does, and also the usability of the software. So if the usability is good right out of the gate, if you guys are like me, and I know I am, then what we can do is maybe either point you in the right direction or save you some money for something that needs maybe a little more work or doesn't really fit the bill. So that's what I'm here for. Now, what's cool this week, this song, once again, Matt Sassano, Fuel. I mixed this song, is 4 weeks at #1 on the rock charts. It is now on the contemporary hit radio. I don't understand why it's a rock song, but whatever, It is number 12 there, #1 on the rock charts. It hit #1 on a huge online radio station over the weekend, and it is doing crazy stuff. I didn't think when I mixed this that it would be doing all the crazy stuff that it does, but it's awesome. So congrats, Matt and Josiah Prince, for writing and producing a great song. Thank you for allowing me to be part of mixing that song. So that was cool. Now, today, I went off frame. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Milk Duds. Because if you're writing a dud, you might as well be eating some too. And, of course, coffee, which is over here, and it does have a lid on, so, it doesn't destroy my equipment if I knock it over. And that's it. So what are we going to talk about today? Today we are going to talk about Wave's plugins. Wave has a new one called Spacer. It's actually, I don't think it's called Spacer, Space Rider. And this thing, from what I saw on my feed and my Facebook, like I said, I don't really do a lot of research. So there may be some things, like I remember the Avenger VST. I call it a Rompler, and everybody's reminded me of that multiple times over. Thank you guys, because it shows me that you actually care about the channel and about the information and stuff. By the way, Avenger is a great plugin, and it is a beast of a plugin. It is not a Rompler, so let me correct myself on that. It is a full-on synth. It has the attributes of a Rompler, where, it has the samples and things that you can play within it, but you can also use your own samples and a lot of other things within it. So I've been messing around with it more. It's actually becoming more powerful. Still has an issue sometimes booting into Pro Tools and crashing, but it is a really good VST synth software. Now, this today I'm kind of excited about because I saw this come up over, like the last couple of weeks, this new plugin by Waves called Space Rider. And it just seemed really intriguing. So we're going to take a look at that today. So let's get to the screen over here. And when you boot it up on the screen, this is what it looks like. It has my microphone is dropping as we speak. Like I said, man, you guys have got the most honest, I don't know why this is playing up here. Wow, this is really acting up today, man. You are misbehaving, arm. I think I might have to buy a new one of these to hold this. All right, so this is Space Rider, and first of all, I love the space theme. This is really cool. It's kind of like nebulas and galaxies going on in the background. Looks like there's a chorus section here, a delay section here, a reverb section. Down here, I can't stretch it out. I'm going to see maybe, is there anything up here? Oh, yeah, right here. So up here, I can actually change the GUI size. I'm going to actually go up, because I'm an old blind man, to 150. And that will also allow you guys to see this much better as well over here. I'll put it here so it's out of the way of what I'm doing. For now, actually, I'm going to have to shrink this just a bit so I can move this over here so I can get to my tracks and, different things. All right. So this says Rider Auto down here. This looks intriguing. I don't see any flyovers. This is Sense, probably the sensing. I'm going to drink some coffee, guys. Release attack on whatever this rider section is. Mix and then out. So what I did today is I put it on this vocal that a lot of you guys are familiar with. I'm going to probably have to rewind this. There we go. And let's hear what that sounds like over here. Okay. Just in case you're trying to watch me, this is the vocal. Apparently I had that on there playing. See me cry, just in case there's someone. So we're familiar with that. I keep using the same song for, different series. I'll probably change it up, probably maybe in the next video to a different song. But I do that so you guys are familiar with the song and you can listen along with it. And you can hear how all these different plugins are affecting the same voice over and over again. So I'm not using different voices and it gives you a good idea of what's going on. Now, so that was dry. I'm going to put it in. This was when I booted it up. I didn't change anything at all. It's just the start. It says Space Rider Start. And this is what it sounds like. So that is crazy. Right out of the gate, that has some really interesting delays and reverbs going on. This is not behaving today. So we're going to try. Guys, I'm sorry. I just got to tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, Milk Duds needs to sponsor me so I can buy a new boom arm right here, okay? You hear me, Milk Duds? Are you made by Hershey's? I would live close to you. I could do a lot for your company. All right, so we have got that going on. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to start like I always do with presets, and I'll AB them for you. And it has these factory ones. It says Insert and Sends over here. And then it has all these different artists, Tony Maserati, Lou Diaz, Josh Gamnett, Greg Wells, which I absolutely love. This is really funny. It says GW lead vocal hug. Hug 1, Hug 2, Hug 3. So apparently the lead vocal needed a hug, and it's getting one from Greg Wells. Rider plates. I love when producers do that, by the way. It's really funny. New Age Rap, Vox Sauce. I love some of those names. Okay, so that's what you get. So let's go. We're going to take and let's go with Greg Wells. Let's hear what giving a vocal a hug sounds like. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry. So that's with, and this is without. Just in case there's someone watching out for you. Gotta hide it, I won't. And that's my computer puking. Okay. So let's do it again without. I won't let this keep me low. And with. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. So that sounds really good right out of the gate. A really nice sounding reverb on there. I'm going to do something weird with this preset. I'm going to mess with some of these buttons. So let's hear what they do. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them. Okay, so here's the dry vocal. I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I could hear a ton of uses for what I just did on that chorus effect. And it actually sounded really good. It wasn't way over the top. It wasn't weird. It added like that cool, doubling effect on the voice. That was awesome. We're going to crank the delay now. I think this is interesting. It's got a ping pong set at 425. By the way, guys, 425 to 500 is normally a really good delay if you're not syncing your delay, because it actually just kind of, it thickens the voice up. So I'm going to really crank this so you can hear it. Here's without.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry.
So I'm going to take off the chorus so we can hear kind of what this delay's doing. And let's also real quickly take off the reverb. Let's hear what the delay's doing.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night.
So you can hear how it's kind of adding that subtle delay in the back. So what it does is it adds like a thickness and then like a dimension into your vocal. So 400 and 500 does that as well. I had an artist that loved just to keep the delay at 500 on every song.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
Now, if we wanted to keep some of those echoes out, we could bring these back, the feedback, which in the delay, which is the way in which the feedback just keeps feeding the loop back in. So the shorter you can hear it.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions.
So you heard when I did the feedback to almost 100, how it just keeps going and going and going and going. That's what feedback does. If you bring it down to 0, it will just do the initial timing of the delay and then stop.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
So you guys can hear that in there. But the delay sounds really good. We'll bring the feedback up a little bit. Now let's bring in the reverb.
I won't let this keep me low.
And we're going to crank that too.
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the.
Sounds good. And let's go back to the chorus.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
And now without.
I won't let this keep me low.
So that is a really cool effect already. And you know what's really good about this so far is what I'm seeing is a usability right out of the gate with this plugin. It sounds good. Once again, they're taking different effects, putting them into one plugin instead of having 3 of these on different things. You know, you could put this right on the track. You could put this on an aux or a bus. But it's cool because you have 3 different time-based chorus, delay, and reverb are called time-based plugins based on time, right? Everything's time, 500, the tails, the intensity and the time and different things. These are time-based. And they put them, you can put them right on in one unit instead of 3 units. So that's really cool. Let's go up and see if we can get some kind of like crazy duct space dust. That sounds interesting.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry.
So this is really an interesting thing because I can hear it kind of like just bringing in the effect on certain things, and you can see it's got to be an AI based setup because it's reading something here and doing it. Once again, I would have to read the manual on what this is doing down here. But if I had to guess, you guys know that Waves is popular for the Bass Rider and for the Vocal Rider plugin, so it's doing something like that only within a plugin that is time-based with 3 different effects. So that's kind of a neat little thing going on there. Alt pop lead vocal, put this on a return.
Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise.
Okay, I'm going to bypass this.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
And now we're going to put it back in.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise. I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry. Just in case there's someone watching out for you. Gotta hide it, I won't cry.
Okay, I see. Okay, I'm getting a feel for what this rider part does. What it sounds like it does is when you can hear it.
I won't let this keep me low.
This is the effect.
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my emotions
And then it
in
dried it out when it
disguise.
went down this way. So that is really cool. It's almost like, wait, does that go with the mix?
Just in case you're trying to
Oh,
watch me
guys,
trying
look
to
at this.
spy.
See how it's
Gotta
moving
keep all
these
my
up here?
emotions in disguise.
So this rider area is directly connected to all of these buttons, ins and outs and everything up here. And it's like it's automatically listening to see, to make it sound really cool according to the decay ins and outs. So it's changing. What it's doing is it's literally changing like decay times and different things as it's working. The rider section is down here. That's what was just happening. Look at that.
Won't let this keep me low.
Right here.
Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy. Gotta keep all my
Feedback comes
emotions
back,
in
which
disguise.
shortens it.
I won't shed tears in the night. I won't let
The
them
intensity
see me
is coming
cry.
back. So it's literally like turning them on and off and changing the feel of the actual. That's like automation genius. It's so cool. It's really cool, man. We're going to do Tony Maserati and let's see Dark Spacey 8th. Let's see what his sounds like. So he's not using the rider thing down here. And I'm going to just roll the mix back a little bit.
I won't let this keep me low. Just in case you're trying to watch me trying to
That's
spy.
without.
Gotta keep all my emotions in disguise.
And that's with.
Tears in the night. I won't let them see me cry. Just in case there's someone watching.
Okay, so I want to just try maybe one more. Let's do a send plugin, and let's do like a whatever, So Majestic combo.
I won't let this keep me low.
That's
Just
without.
in case you're trying to watch me trying to spy.
And this is with.
Shed tears in the night.
I'm lowering the mix.
Let them see me cry. Just in case there's someone watching out for you.
All right. All right. I think I'm done with like demoing this. I hope you guys like enjoyed like seeing this in action. I think that this is a plugin that is extremely useful in production. Now, you know, revolutionary, I would not put it in that category. It's innovative, but it's not like, you know, mind-boggling. It's basically a chorus delay and reverb put in, but they sound really good. So the sound is good on this plugin. And I like this feature is really, I can hear how this could come in really handy if you could dial this in the right way for different effects within your mix. So sometimes the cool thing is if you don't really automate your plugins or your time-based plugins, meaning like if you're not dropping out like the volume or the mix and different things or automating the sends and returns on your plugins, this is really a nice helper to be able to take a little bit of the guesswork out of that kind of thing. And that's not a bad thing. The cool thing is it didn't crash when I booted it. I like this design in the back. I like this space design. It's really cool. And I like the looks like a little astronaut up here. Space plate. So it's not like this super overcomplicated plugin. It just gives you a great sound when you need it. And I'm sure you could put it on. Let's see what some of these guys put it on. So lead vocals, definitely guitar, ambience, some plates. It seems like a lot of it could be like guitar and vocals, maybe a little snare there, some drums, rhythm rider, they said on here. and spacey hi-hat. That would probably be a cool thing. Ambient piano. So you could put it on like a lot of different things, but I can definitely hear that on vocals. I could hear that on some of the instruments, especially that I do. I could hear this on some EDM kind of things, doing some really cool effect in there. It is really a neat plugin, man. And I do like the innovation of this section down here, and then being able to dial in, the sensitivity of it down here, your attack and release. So how fast it's moving, the actual effect here. I'm not quite sure what these are doing at the moment. I would have to read a little bit on those, or watch like a tutorial video. But this is all up here self-explanatory. On-off button, in how much it's going in, how much it's going out. Apparently, when you have that turned off, you can't adjust that. There you go. So there you go. That's connected to all these buttons up here. So if that's on, you can't move the buttons up here. Got it. And then you have your widths and everything on your chorus. Chorus sounded really good, not overdone. This looks kind of neat. This goes 2 delay, 2 reverb, it says. So it looks like that these are tied in. Goes from 1 to the delay to the reverb. So it's moving this way through the chain, this way. And then your output over here. Very cool. I'm coming back to the camera, everybody. So that was a really neat plugin by Waves. Brand new, just released, and very innovative as far as them comboing those three things together. But here's the thing. It's like they comboed them, but they didn't give up sound quality. Sometimes when you combo things, you might give up something on the end. Like your chorus may sound honky, or, the delay doesn't sound really good, or maybe the reverbs, they don't sound very lush or very nice. This plugin sounded really good. I use some of Waves reverbs, but I use others more. But this one sounds like something that I would use more within my mixes and within my production kind of things. So that was a cool plugin that just released. That was my blind test of that plugin. And man, if you like what we're doing here, just like, subscribe, all that stuff that everybody always asks you to do on the Digital Noise Fest over here. And man, I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for being part of my channel and this community. And you guys just make great art, man. These are tools to make really great art. If you're a creator, these are tools to make it more creative. That's what I love about this stuff. This is what I love about some of these companies that are coming out with some of these cool things. It's so that we can have a little bit of an edge out there on, designing and shaping and molding our sounds, whether it's for music or whether it's for sound effects and sound design, whatever it may be. These are tools that help us to kind of stand apart within our field, and that's a really cool thing. So thank you guys. I'll see you all on the Flippity Flip on the next video.